Hello and welcome to changing base URL dynamically in Android using Retrofit. While this might not be a common task to be asked, however, there might be some rare cases that it might be needed. So I'm gonna walk you through how to do so, but first let's check out the final end result. And this is gonna be this is just to show you a base URL, fake one, fake two, another fake base URL. And any base URL or any text we add here is gonna be changed as the base URL, and we're gonna append posts to it, that path. Okay, so if we, for example, click here, it's gonna get us some results. So let's try to type anything that's not correct to check that the base URL changes, and then try another base URL like so, and we're gonna get, of course, a different result. Okay, so that's the final end product. Okay, so let's check out the solution. I will not create the new project and walk you from scratch, because this is gonna waste your time. I want to save your time. I will make the solution in two different methods. The first one is a quick walkthrough to just tell you the idea behind it and how to do it quickly, and the second one where it's gonna have more detailed solutions in case you just want the headlines and you can continue from there to save your time instead of watching the whole video. Okay, let's check out. The idea behind that is to have an interceptor to the network calls and change the base URL from the shared preferences. Let's check out how. First of all, when we create the Retrofit instance, we make any dummy base URL like here, and you can check out that the base URL that I'm using is this one. That's not even an actual domain, just anything that you can replace later in the interceptor. And then we use the HTTP client, and here we add the more customizations. I'm just using held for the project, for this simple project. Here, when we create the HTTP client, we add an interceptor to its builder at the URL interceptor, and here we can find the interceptor. What the interceptor does, it gets the URL, whatever URL we're calling, and then we just replace the first occurrence of that dummy base URL with our current base URL, which we get from the shared preferences. By doing so, we change just the base URL and keep the path, the query parameters, anything else correct as it is, without making any errors, without making any problems. And as we saw from the preview from the emulator, the actual device, that it works as expected. Okay. In case you have any other ideas for that approach, or want to discuss this approach or any other approaches, just leave a comment to discuss it. And if you want more videos like that, a quick fix, a quick simple solution to an unknown problem or an improvement, just tell me, of course, in the comments, and I will make a quick video about it. Okay, so a more detailed walkthrough about this. This is a simple project just to show simple tutorials about any questions that I see to help others do it. So let's take a quick look at the app structure here. I'm using health, that's why I'm creating a class that extends from application just to add the health annotations. I'm using a single activity with compose UI. And let's, regardless of how the navigation is set up, I'm just using this composable to build up the screen. I'm just ignoring the other setups, just not to waste your time in creating the simple basic setups. Here in composable or What we care more about this is just the edit text here, the editable text, and the bottom, which can be done with either Composer View or whatever you like. Then what we care more about is the view model. When we click that button, we just do 2 steps. The first step is to save the current base URL that the user has written into the shared preferences, and then we call the API. Once we do this, when the API is called by using Retrofit, using this interface, the interceptor of the HTTP client gets triggered, as we can see here. When this interceptor gets the callback, we fetch the URL that's used, as we can see here in the full URL, and we just replace, because the first URL depends on the base dummy placeholder. We added the base URL. It just replace it with the current base URL that has been fetched from the shared preferences. And by that, you ensure that you have a dynamic base URL changeable as much as you want. Okay, that was kind of a quick walkthrough as well. It's a little bit detailed, but not so detailed, because I think these concepts are relatively easy. However, if you want more detailed on like creating it from scratch to this screen, just tell me and I will walk you through it by setting up the same configurations. I'm here using Health, Retrofit, Compose in Android, so we will do the same step by step to recreate this screen with just one modification without this back button. It just exists because I'm using this project to show several tutorials, not just this one. And thanks.